And welcome back to Holden's Golden Age of Wargaming with turn 18 of the Battle of Borodino. And we're getting into the end of the combats, I would say here, the end of the battle. There's not a lot of pieces left. However, neither side has what they need for a marginal victory. And I don't even know if the French could get a substantial. That's doubling. They'd have to get 130 points for the Russians. We're at 75 now. I mean, possibly, but the other option is to go for the decisive, where we get 60 points off this edge, or taking all the redoubts, which is a marginal victory for either side. So yeah, let's continue on and see who can win in this knock them down, drag them out, bloody conflict that I have engineered. All right, starting with the French movement. As usual, we'll do the easy stuff first. Not that there is a lot of that. Yes, there is some. Let's move this cavalry up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we take this out from behind? We can't really get more than 1-to-1. But something I noticed, I always watch the video as it uploads to YouTube, and every time I notice, I always miss excellent opportunities to surround enemy units and make it so they can't retreat. So let's see if I can become more skilled in that ability here. So we're going to try to make it so he can't retreat. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then we move in here. Maybe we'll move in up here. Yeah, so I think with that I have made it so this unit cannot retreat. Can't retreat into any enemy zone of controls. So now I only have a 50% chance, but if I can roll defended retreats, I will eliminate that unit, whereas normally nothing, I just push back a hex at best. So I'm going to try to keep this in mind, and this is something I need to get better at if I'm ever going to excel at these games. And one of the points to this journey through SPI games is I'll actually get better at playing war games as I go. So that's going to be what I'm going to be concentrating on, trying not to miss opportunities such as this. However, here I can't do the same thing because of the terrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's no way. So all I can do here is push up and try to push him back and move across the stream. I could help out over here. Let's do this over here first. So just a 7-4 is a 3-on-1. However, as we know, there's an exchange that can be rolled on 3-to-1, and that would mean he'd lose his 2-5 cavalry and we would lose our 7-4 infantry. That is not a good trade. So here I'm going to use one of these cavalry. They're going to come in, yeah, I guess there's not much option here. He's going to come in here like this. And he's not, well, he actually will change the odds. He'll make it 4-to-1, but really the whole reason I have him involved in combat is if I roll an exchange, it's going to be an even one. I'm not losing a 7-4 to a 2-5. I can get a 2-to-1 here. What else can I do? I mean, I could come up, technically I could have come up and got a 12-to-2, which would have been a 6-to-1, which was an automatic elimination. However, I could have done that. However, what happens if I go 5, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have to fight both this artillery and this artillery. I can back him up with the artillery. And that would be 12 to 6. That's a 2 to 1. Now, if I got an exchange, I would lose my 5-4 infantry, but the Russians would lose both of their artillery, and my artillery would not be effective because it's not in close combat. That's if I roll an exchange. I think that's a great idea. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I made a mistake here. I'm thinking I was so smart to have a trade-off, but it's still. But I didn't realize I could get a 6 to 1. Didn't think about that. Could have got a 6 to 1, and I wouldn't even have to worry about automatic elimination. And I'm probably still going to do that. Yeah. So I pay the price for not paying attention. I could have had a 3-on-1. Oh well. I'll learn for next time. 1, 2, 3. So that will be an automatic elimination of that Russian cavalry there. And here, I guess I'm going for a 2 to 1. Up we go. Okay, now in the center. So the Russians, they had some pretty good, well, mostly exchanges. They did destroy one of my pieces, one of the French's pieces. So, yeah. So the cavalry here, they're not really going to be able, it's too tight. So let's move them around to come in behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't think I'll wait here for a second to see. Maybe I might be able to use one of them, but I don't think so. So this 10-4, that's a problem, isn't it? I can get... Well, we definitely want this, don't we? So if we go... So I want to move this 11-4 into the combat for sure. And 1, 2, 3. This 8-3 could get within striking distance as well. So let's go like this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. I can even do this. 1. What does that give us here? 7, 18, 24, 32, 39, 45 to 7. That's 7 to 1. That's what you call overkill. I only need 42 to get a 6 to 1. So can I do that with 8, 19, 26, 32, 39? What was I counting there the first time? 6, 17, 24, 32, 39. I do need them all to get that 6 to 1, and I might as well to eliminate him automatically. No roll needed. So that leaves not enough here to deal with these units. So I don't think we'll advance here. Don't think we'll advance. I think we'll stay put. We'll work on this though. So there's really no room here. We're going to eliminate this for sure. There's no room for this 4-5, so we're going to move him in behind as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, I feel a little bit better about that. But I did make this mistake here, didn't I? Well, nobody's perfect, and I'm definitely never going to be. Remove markers. Let's start the combat. So very first we have is a 4-on-2, 2 to 1 odds. Cavalry against cavalry. Who shall win the day? Come on, Frenchies. Well, we get a 1. Unfortunately, on 2 to 1, that is still just a defender retreats. So where do we want to retreat him? Let's think about this as well. We can retreat him there or there. And then we can move preferably this guy up. We move him up there, we lock him in. I don't know what he'll do there, really. I don't know how this is going to go. I know how this is going to go. There might be no Russian units left, actually, over here. So let's push him up here. I don't want to get... If he's here, he could interfere. And we'll move you up. Okay, next up we have 2, 9, 14 to 2. And I will double check, but I'm pretty sure, yes, 6 to 1 is all I needed for defender eliminated. And that gets rid of that cavalry. Goodbye. Putting them up to 77. Still a long ways to go to 130. And I can advance one of my units. I will advance to 7-4. Next up we have 5, 12 going up against 6. 2 to 1 odds. We roll an exchange. The Russians will lose both artillery. We'll lose our infantry. Our artillery will escape unscathed. Let's see what we get. Let's use the cannon for this. Let's use the cannon for this. Come on. Get a 5 on a 2 to 1. That could possibly be that exchange I was talking about. It sure is. You know, if there's going to be an exchange, Holden's going to find it. Holden's going to find it. Good. Yes. All right, so that eliminates both artillery, this is great. I'm fine with this, and that puts them up to 83. Unfortunately, we do lose our infantry. Let's get rid of that marker. 5, and that puts us up to 100 or 70. So now we need 140 for the substantial victory. So I don't see that happening. And who are we going to advance up? Who are we going to advance? Oh no, we can't. We can't advance. The unit that could have advanced was eliminated in the exchange. So that's it. Next up, we have this combat here. We have, count it up one more time to make sure, 7, 18, 24, 31, 39, 44, 44 to 7 is 6 to 1 odds. Automatic elimination of the 7-4 infantry. That's a big blow to the Russians. That is. And that puts them up to 90. And we can advance. We can advance with one of these 3. I would like to advance with 11-4. In fact, look what's left. Almost nothing. The Russians are crumbling fast. Is it... I can put him there. He can get... I'm protected in this hex by this unit. I mean, he can't just attack me all alone. So I'm feeling brave enough that the French old guard move across the stream quickly towards the redoubt. Next up we have the final combat for the French, and that is a one-on-one attack where I have used my cavalry to make it so he cannot retreat. So we have a 50% chance of destroying this infantry. Can we do it? Probably not, but I still feel proud of myself for seeing it. And we do not. We have attack or retreats, unfortunately. So the 27th gets to live to see another day, and the Russians would like to push them back this way. Yeah, they're going to put them back there. And that is it for the French turn. So now we remove the markers and we flip the board around. It is now the Russians' move. And we know who. Make sure I get the right marker here. We cannot move this unit or this unit. They are both locked in combat, but that's it. Okay, so now the Russian army is disappearing real fast. So that's a 1-on-3 attack. We know what that's going to do. Oh, I have the artillery to support it, so that would make it still a 1-on-2. I can move another artillery in to make it just a 1-to-1 attack. Wow. But I need to go here. I need to go back here is what I need to do. I need to go back into the redoubts. And even then it's going to be... Oh my. This could be better. Let's put it that way. What am I going to do? What am I going to do there? Oh boy. I can move these two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They both can come up and do a 1-on-1 on this guy. Guess that's what they'll do. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to push these guys back, but there's much to do about nothing. And these units are just going to come in and destroy them. But it looks glorious. It's the last cavalry charge there on the northern flank, north of the town of Borodino. Oh my. Well, I would concede if I was playing this in real life against another human being, that's for sure. I would have conceded probably a turn or two ago. Let's do one glorious last battle and call it for the French, unless somehow the Russians pull it out of their... So what are we going to do here? We need to get rid of this. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. See, this unit can get here too. That's bad, bad, bad. We'll go... No, we can't do that. Zone of controls. Well, let's go here and try to advance up. We should be able to. So he's going to move there to attack that 1-5. And one glorious combat here. We can't even get a 2-on-1. We can't. There's no way to destroy this unit that I can see. There's no way. I have to fight this unit if I go here. So I got 10. Move him there. We got 17. 22, but even a 2-to-1, there's no chance of eliminating that unit. There is an exchange. Alright, and we know how I can roll exchanges. It'd be nice to, one last little victory for the Russians to take that old guard out. We'll move in here. Now, if we're going to do that though, 5, 10, 17, 22 to 11, that's 2-to-1. We need to occupy this infantry, so we'll move this artillery here to attack it, just to do a diversionary attack. And what else can we do here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I got a 14. 6. 6. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. Boys. All these beautiful defenses here, these great redoubts, and the Russians said, you know what? We don't need no redoubts. We don't need no stinking redoubts. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna fight in front of them. Not probably my best tactical decision there. But they're doing so well. You know, they came up, they kept pushing forward. Seemed like a good thing at the time. Alright, and we are done with the movement for the Russians. Removing markers, we are now on to combat. We start off with a 5-to-1. 5-to-1, we know there's 2 chances, 1 in 3 chance of rolling an exchange. Should be a glorious victory for the French. What is that? That's an infantry, so musket. All right. Can they take that little cavalry unit out? We roll a 3 on a 5 to 1. That is defender eliminated. So off it comes. And we up to 71. And up the Russian infantry moves. Covering the redoubt once again. Okay, what was I doing? Let's do the other easy attacks here. We got a 1-on-1 here and a 1-on-1 here. So 1-on-1, first one, 2-5 against 2-5. Cavalry, here we go, here we go. Come on. That's a retreat for the French. And we will push them back this way. And we will advance because this is the last turn we're going to play. So feels good to advance, doesn't it? And then we have 2 1-6s against a 2-5. That is a 1-on-1 combat as well. Can they do it? They can. Well, talk about too little too late. And we'll push him back here. And sure, we'll advance in with this guy. All right, now we're down to the last couple of attacks of the game. Can we roll an exchange and destroy the old guard? That would be glorious. 5, 10, 17, 22. 22 to 11 is 2 to 1 odds. Attacking the old guard with cannon and infantry. Oh, we'll use the cannon. We know that if we roll a 5, we destroy that old guard. French old guard will be gone. Close, but no cigar. 2 to 1 and a 4 is defender retreat. The old guard are pushed back across the stream. And we'll push them here. And we will not. Oh no, wrong guy. Push them here. And no, we won't advance. If anything, they'd want to get back to the redoubt. That's not going to happen. So now we have to take on this 7. And we'll attack it with the artillery by itself. So it's just a 1 to 3 attack. But the artillery doesn't have to worry about any of the negative consequences. So actually, I don't think anything happens, right? Just nothing happens. I don't even need to roll it. The artillery is just basically tying this infantry down. They're ducking for cover, not involved in the fight that we're going to do here. So now this is a question I have for all you veterans out there. Could I attack this unit against these 2 and this? Could I combine all 3 of these units to attack both of these, or do I have to attack these separately? And then you only pick one of them to help with the artillery. I'm sure I can find it in the rules, which I should look at, but not right now. So I'll just assume that I have to separate them out. So the 3-3 is going to go after the 4-4 with the support of the artillery. That's 7 to 4. That's only a 1 to 1 attack. We'll do muskets. Come on, push them back. One last. But we do not. I don't believe. No, we definitely don't. So that's we're going to get pushed back, and he'll displace. There's no choice. We have to displace. And the French would like to displace this artillery back, him back, and the French will move up. And then we have our other attack, the 10-4 on the 2-5. That's 5 to 1 odds. 5 to 1. There we go. Is that a 5? That's a 1, it says. I'll take the 1. And that is defender eliminated. One last glorious French death. Well, the Russians lose it completely here. And that puts us up to 73 for losses with the French. We could advance, but of course we will not, because the game is over. There's no way for the Russians to win, and even through we haven't met any of the requirements, it's a foregone conclusion now that the French are going to get it. So yeah, that was a bloody battle, very bloody, and I still have a lot to learn. As I said, I was watching the video as I was uploading it the last couple, and every time I would notice, oh, I could have done this different movement. I could have flanked that unit, and instead of them retreating, I could have eliminated them. So I was just not. I need to train my eye to notice those situations better than I have. Anyways, that is it for the Battle of Borodino, except for one more video where I will do a quick review of it, comparing it to Austerlitz and soldiers. And one note I would like to say about soldiers, when I made that review, was I was reviewing it just as that one battle against the Battle of Austerlitz. One thing I didn't take into consideration, of course, was soldiers has many, many different scenarios. So in the long term, my rating for soldiers would probably go up as I got used to the system, and there'd be a lot more variety because many scenarios to play. Whereas Austerlitz is just a one set battle. So I missed that when I did the review, but it's a learning process. And hopefully, I am learning. So until next time, guys, have a great night and take care.